have an amazing episode today because Tym Moss, actor, singer, songwriter, he is here because he has an amazing movie that is about to drop any moment. It's Chunk, the movie musical, and he's here today to talk about it amongst a lot of other things. So Tym is not here. Where can he be? I don't know. But we gotta bring him in magically, so you know the rules, guys. What's going on? It's Tym Moss! Hi, Tym! It's so good to see you!
Oh my God,
magically, right?
Yes, it's magically delicious.
How you been, Tym?
I've been incredible. How have you been?
Oh my! Well, excited because you're here because I had to bring you in from Philly all the way.
Yes, right.
How was it? How was the premiere?
Incredible, absolutely incredible. This is my first starring role. And we had our world premiere out in Philadelphia.
Oh my gosh, so many amazing people, so many important people was out
there.
Yes,
it was wonderful.
It has been a blessing that this movie is making headlines all over.
We're very excited about it so far.
We're gonna talk about Junk, the movie musical, but for people who do not know Tym Moss on Vega411, he does so many things, and we have a whole half an hour show with you.
Good. Okay,
so we're gonna talk a little bit about everything. So Tym, you're here at Vega411. Finally, the last time we spoke was in 2015.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, we speak, but we don't really get to sit and talk.
Why?
Yeah, well, we're both entertainers, and we do a lot of shows together, but it's like, oh my God, Jesse, how are you? Okay, I gotta go. And I go on, and then he goes on, and then I have to leave, and
it's crazy.
It's all just kind of hi, bye, and...
Yeah, it's like sometimes
so we've seen each other, but we just haven't had a chance
we pass by each other, and then we're like, oh my God, Tym, because like I was excited about the show, and I'm like, wow, we haven't really had a conversation since 2015 at the Bronx Health Jamboree.
Oh my God.
And we was in the tent.
Yes,
in the tent, and we was going on talking about how the business has changed.
Yes,
the movie,
absolutely.
Logo and Showtime is so crazy, but look at us now. We finally rekindled.
Yes, exactly.
So Tym, I want to talk a little bit about. Okay, so let's talk about music and the cabaret. So I know that everybody knows you for the cabaret, like the Cabaret Show, because in 2014 I seen your show, the Cabaret Show. It was amazing.
Or 2017, I think.
2017. Right there at it was at the Stonewall.
Oh, it's Stonewall. You saw the Stonewall show. Okay.
Yes, the Stonewall. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was, but it was still part. It was cabaret-ish.
Yeah, it was a cabaret show.
But you're doing more. You have evolved.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I did a really intense cabaret show, which I'm taking out on the road now.
Yes. Yeah. So you, my question to you is that not only that you've done the music and the cabaret, but I've noticed that in the shows you always have a little bit of dash of your favorite artists, like Liza Minnelli. Can you tell the fans of Vega411 and your fans of why and how come Liza Minnelli is such a big important part of your artistry in terms of your cabaret?
Well, Liza is one of many. Liza is one of many. Liza is she's bigger than life. She's the voice she's a belter. Like she belts songs, and so do I. I can do that. So I kind of have to find songs that I can do that, and a lot of times they just happen to be Liza Minnelli songs.
Right. So Liza Minnelli has amongst a lot of other artists that you also live up to, has curated a little bit of the blueprint of finding your way into the cabaret and the musical and acting around it. When you started to do the Cabaret Show, was you nervous to finally do one?
Yeah. I'm scared to death, yeah.
Wow.
Whenever I put it on...
Tym Moss, scared,
come on! God, I'm backstage, I'm a wreck, yeah. Because I don't know if anybody's going to come. I don't know if I'm going to remember all the lines. I don't remember if I'm going to, if I've never done it before, so I don't know if people are going to like it. And, you know, I just go through all of that anxiety before I actually step out on stage. And then as soon as I step out, the one at Stonewall was really fun because it's very dark in there.
Yeah.
And so when I stepped out on stage, all I could see were the few tables right in front. And then I was like, oh, good. You know, I see my friends here. And then I looked over to the side and I was like, oh, my God, wait a minute. There's people over here, too. And then back in the dark, as my eyes started to adjust, I was like, oh, my God, there's people all the way back there.
It's like the lights are so strong, you can't even see so many people that's around you. And you're like, and that's the thing, the beautiful thing about doing theater and stage. It's like it's like you're, I don't know, I talk to myself sometimes.
I do.
But we're not crazy. We just sometimes got to listen to our thoughts. But I don't know if you can agree to disagree, but have you ever was like, oh my God, the theater makes you feel so safe.
Oh God, yeah.
I feel safe. I feel comfortable versus doing a movie.
Right, which is a whole completely different thing.
Can you explain a little bit about that as an actor?
The thing with theater is you have a live audience sitting right there. Whatever happens, you just got to tough your way through it, and stay in character and get back on track. And you get an immediate response. That's the thing with theater. Is you hear laughter, you hear sighs or crying or this or that. You know, you get an immediate feedback, right? And I feed off that energy a lot too.
That's basically what it's all about.
Yeah.
Not only that, it's with the safeness, because you also tend to feel more in control. You know how to weave your way into different sections, different segments, different interests, exits. Does it make you feel a little bit like, okay, so I did one section here, now I have to transform into a whole different thing? Like, do you get overwhelmed with that?
That's what rehearsals are for.
We won't have issues. We won't have those issues at all.
Well, the thing is, I mean, if it's a different time, if it's you know, it depends when you make your entrance, a second entrance or third entrance. It's a different scene, or is it the same scene later on, or is, you know. So sometimes your character has changed, or sometimes, you know, which I like. I enjoy that.
Right.
Like when I have a character that changes dimension. Like it might be happy at the beginning and angry in the middle and sad at the end, and you know, I love doing that. I love.
You make sure that it flows with it. Not only with that, and as well as keeping like the comedy elements, but as well you also use some original music in your cabaret show. Aside from the covers, you also done music aside from that. Like you've had like your singles like Free Again, and as well as Buy and Obey. How did that transition came about with like, okay, so I'm doing the cabaret, I'm doing the covers, like you Nelly, doing the acting, but now I wanna do music and incorporate original material, because I'm also a songwriter, so why don't I do that? Why did you decide to bring that into fruition?
I've always wanted to do it. Basically, these past several years, I've gotten back into the entertainment and just started doing everything I wanted to do, and I'm having a ball. But one of the things I grew up with the MTV generation back in the 70s and the 80s with Madonna and Michael
Shout out to MTV.
Yeah, right. And so I was always like glued to the TV watching the music videos, and that was something I always wanted to do. So I ended up doing music videos for Free Again and Buy and Obey, and I've also got in mind for another one coming up too.
Oh, so we're working on more, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the Buy and Obey, that one's a very political type of song.
Yeah.
For people who have never heard the song, who will have to get it, is it available on iTunes?
It's available on iTunes, and also on YouTube. You pick the music video.
I've seen the video.
Yeah.
I've seen that and Free Again.
And the music video, interestingly enough, it was shot all in one take. We did not cut the camera. We set it up, and he moved the camera around me as at Don't Tell Mama down in Midtown. Cabaret Hall. And we did it all in one take. We did several takes of it, but we finally got one.
And those two songs were like your first releases, or was there an EP that was in development, or was it just singles?
They're all on one EP.
And the EP is called Free Again. So it has Free Again, Buy and Obey, and it
also has remixes, and it also has Get Your Girl On.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that first release, which was released, I would say was it 20?
Probably 2015.
15, yeah. Because I remember when I went to one of your shows, it was early, and you started performing it and promoting it when it first started coming out, and you had the videos. So what were the responses like when you did like a political song like Buy and Obey, and there's something very lighthearted like Free Again.
Right. Well, actually, they're two completely different songs. Buy and Obey, actually, a friend of mine and I were going to do a political, social web series, but which the web series never really got off the ground.
Right.
But he was saying, we need a song for this.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I just kind of came up with it, and it just started coming out as a spoken word, which I've never done.
Right.
But I was kind of like, well, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So
of
I
course.
thought, let's just leave it as a spoken word. So I tried that, did it, and it seemed to get a very good response.
And it really did, because it got a lot of views and a lot of people watching, so that's good. Congratulations to that.
Yeah, and now Free Again is a dance tune, or dance song. Well, it was originally a ballad, but basically what that was about was when we're first born, we're our pure selves.
Correct.
We don't care about, like, how what your skin color is, or how much money you make, or anything like that. That means nothing.
Correct.
We're just being ourselves. We're taught all of that.
Yeah.
And we're taught to separate and like this group of people and not that group of people, and that's where anxieties and depressions and all that start, in my opinion. And what this song is about is getting back to that pure, original, authentic self and being free again.
Right.
And that's what the song is about.
Free again, free at last.
Yeah.
And that's why you're still free and doing so many great things, because you also do that, but also this talk show, online radio show, which is called Artists Exposed.
Yes.
So we're going to be right back. We're going to talk about Artists Exposed and more with Tym Moss, so don't go anywhere, because this is Vega411. What's going on? Yeah. Lopez is going on tour. Wow, it's been since, 2012? I would say 6 years since she hasn't been on tour. But she announced it on Ellen about this is the Jennifer Lopez It's My Party tour, celebrating her 50th birthday. And not only her 50th birthday, but she's also been in the music business for over 20 years. And I know a lot of fans a little bit disappointed in the fact that there's still no album yet. But I digress, and I'm just gonna see the good in this tour and being a little bit more satisfied and happy that we're getting a tour, at least after 6 years. But it's a US tour. We have no dates in terms of the European leg, but it's only 25 dates, and it's under Live Nation. And we also know that Jennifer Lopez is having opening acts for she's taking the World of Dance dancers. That's going to be the opening acts, and possibly some of her dancers for the It's My Party tour, Jennifer Lopez My Party tour. We don't have any idea of what the set list is going to be like, what the set is. Is this a continuation of the Vegas residency on road, or a whole new show? But all I can tell you is that it's only 25 dates. It's only in the US states. And if I have any information about the European dates, I'll keep you guys posted on the next promo of Vega411. But right now it's only 25 dates. It's My Party tour celebrating her 50th birthday and 20 years in her career. And there's also some news that she also filmed a secret project, a music video, possibly. And some fans are saying maybe an album's coming, but we don't know yet. But stay tuned. It's under Live Nation, 25 dates. And tickets are already on sale as of now. So get your tickets. They're on Ticketmaster. Hurry up before they sell out. So I hope to see all my J lovers and all my friends to be on the Jennifer Lopez It's My Party tour. And I hope to see you guys soon. I'm trying to make it to Madison Square Garden and hopefully Jersey, depending on how my pockets do. So make sure you get your tickets. I'll see you guys there. Let's get back to our scheduled program. You also do Artists Exposed. Yeah,
Artists Exposed.
Well, now you're exposed on this show.
Yeah.
Artists Exposed. PG, wait. PG. What is Artists Exposed, and why a internet radio show that you decided to produce and host?
Yeah, well, years ago, when internet was kind of first starting out, after that, but a friend of mine was doing an internet radio show and wanted me to be the musical director on that. And this was shortly after my rehabbing and getting my mind back together. Because basically, as a part of that, when I first started rehab, I had lost all my memories. I was so far gone. And
was that serious?
Yeah, it was extreme. And one of the first memories to return to me was, oh my God, I'm an entertainer. I had forgotten for 20 years that I was an entertainer. And so I grabbed a hold of that memory, and I thought, well, if I get back, can I get back into entertainment? Am I too old for this? And as soon as I I committed to it. As soon as I said, I'm going to get back in entertainment and see what happens, the most miraculous things started falling right in my lap. My friend asked me to be the musical director on this new internet radio show, and the radio station said, we've got an extra time slot if you want to do a show.
Right.
And I was like, why would I do a show? But something told me, go ahead and try it. And then I thought, well, I can maybe interview artists and give them some exposure, hence Artists Exposed with Tym Moss. And so Ari Gold and Brian Kent were the first two nationally known gay artists that I had approached, and they were both very gracious and said, yeah, sure, I would love it. You can interview me. That'd be fine.
And again, somebody had to break those walls down first, and you broke a lot of them down.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know, you know, it's like, I'd like to say, like, you know, there'd be no Sam Smith or Adam Lambert if not for me,
right.
but, you know, you don't know, you never really know, you know, this is the path that it took, and
Right.
And once I interviewed them and put that out there, then their managers each contacted me and said, oh, well, I've got this artist, I got that artist, I got this one, that one. Then I had people with red carpets at LGBT events. So it kind of turned into covering red carpets, interviewing artists, a lot of LGBT artists, and giving them some exposure whenever they had new music coming out. And I have had a ball, and it is, but the interesting thing was because I wanted to get myself out there too, you know,
of course,
as an artist,
put yourself out there
as an artist, and so I was like, well, maybe I can help other artists, but I went with my gut. My gut told me, go ahead and take this show and do it. And after about 5 months of doing my show, I went to sit down at my desk, and I remember looking down, and there was a message from Centaur Records, and there was a message from this manager, and this publisher, and this actor, this artist, and I was like, oh, that's why I needed to do this show, because I've got all of them coming to me now.
Well, that's what
managers,
it's about.
right. So I have met so many people, and it's opened so many doors for me, both as an artist and as a journalist.
And it has opened many doors in terms of the network.
And I've had so much fun doing it. And what's interesting, too, is a lot of them, I've had so many artists, both famous and artists starting out or on the rise right now, that have told me, they said, you know, I have felt more comfortable talking to you than anybody I've ever talked to. Because I think it's from one artist to another.
Yeah.
You know, I ask them questions, you know, when you're first walking out on stage and the nerve, yes, I know what you mean. And, you know, I talk to them more like as a peer, somebody who understands, rather than
like
a journalist.
Kitchen talk, like, it's not something like so, like, oh, it's strenuous, and you're like, oh my God, okay, so it's like, oh, question, okay, answer, question, answer, it's like, very comfortable, very comfortable, okay, so they get more comfortable.
And whatever we get to chatting with, I'll go off on that, you know, on that, down that
What
road.
was one person that you was like, wow, this is a big interview I'm doing, like, this is a big artist, I can't believe I'm doing this, like, was there one in particular that you were like, oh,
oh my God, oh, I've had so many of those. Jimmy Buffett, Linda Carter, she was the original Wonder Woman.
Wow.
Maureen McCormick, who was Marsha Brady on the Brady Bunch, I loved her. I can't even, Mariah Carey, I didn't get to talk to her.
But she stopped
and we got a picture together, which that was so cool of her. And I was like shaking just from talking to her, So usually I have an idea of what I want to talk to them about, and I haven't. I know their history, or I know their who they are.
You kind of get a sense of who they are as a person, especially on watching them in the media.
But yeah, this year I think even Madonna's supposed to be at the Glam Media Awards. Oh.
Can we like put that in the universe so Tym Moss can interview Madonna?
We
need to have Madonna. Madonna is legendary. Oh my God.
Oh, I got a lot to talk to her about.
So maybe her sex book that she had, and her albums and movies.
Well, actually, I got into an argument with her before she was like Madonna, and I want to remind her. I want to let her know about that.
Arguments with the how dare you?
Well, she was a bitch. Excuse me.
What do you mean? Well, briefly, what did she do?
Well, what had happened when I first moved to New York, and she was using one of the rehearsal studios, and I was helping.
So you met her before she was getting more big.
Right. She was just right.
Inside scoop.
Right, just before it started, but she's very focused and she's very determined that she, you know, and
as she should.
Yes, exactly. And I was helping my friend out with her rehearsal studios, and she had come in, and I just wrote, oh, John called, and Trudy was like, well, John who? And she goes, always get a last name, always get a last name, always get a last name. And so she leaves, and as soon as she left, the phone rang, and I said, "Yeah, how can I help you?" And she goes, "Yeah, this is Madonna. I'm calling about rehearsal space." And I said, "Oh, that's fine. Madonna what?" Because she had just told me, "Get the last name." And she goes, "It's just Madonna." And she says, "How's Thursday?" And I said, "Thursday's fine. Did you want the dance room or do you want the music room?" "Madonna what?" And she goes, "It's just Madonna."
That's what
And so I started saying, and I was like, "I need your last name. What is your last name?" "It's just Madonna." And I was like, "Yeah," but it kept escalating because I would say, "Okay, that's fine." Or I said, "Do you want the dance hall room?" I said, "What time?" And she, "What?" And
what's
she
your
goes,
last name?
"Yeah, exactly." She goes, "It's just Madonna. I need it at 7." And I was like, "7 o'clock is fine, Madonna what?" And I'm just going to remind her about that because I know she'll remember.
So whenever you interview, you're like, "Hi, Madonna. It's just Madonna." Oh my God, Tim, I'm having a battle ball with you. We gotta talk so much junk because we have Junk, the movie musical that just passed on the 31st. He was at the screening, and he's gonna tell everybody about how much amazing it was and what the movie's about, how you're involved. Don't get anywhere because this is more Vega411 with Tym Moss. Hey guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Vega411 on all social platforms right below, right here. My name is Jesse Vega, and I see you guys soon. Junk, the movie musical, finally! Oh my God, yes. We have like a TV playing over there. We gotta look at that. Mariah's playing over there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Junk. Now, Tim, do you know that I remember, because I check out everybody, like all my friends. I support all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I watch everything from you, from singers, from actors.
Yeah.
And do you know that I remember when you was in the filming process of Junk the Musical?
Yes.
I wasn't there, but I remember when you was posting on Facebook, if my mind can really set me right, if I can remember very vaguely. But I remember, I think it was last year was you filming, or 2 years ago you filmed this movie?
About two. Yeah, about a year and a half to 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember you posted like on the set and some images of the movie. So year and a half to possibly 2 years moving on, the movie's done.
Yes, finally.
It premiered in Philly.
Yes. That was my first time seeing it too.
And is this your first ever feature-length film, or no?
No. I've appeared in feature-length films, but this is my first starring role.
First starring leading role, am I correct?
Absolutely.
So let's get that. First starring leading role in a movie that turned into as well as a musical.
Yes.
So there was original music. Original music?
Yeah.
Did you write some of the
No. This was it was originally a play. A friend of mine named David Stallings had hit me up a few years ago, and he was organizing a theater festival, and he said one play from this playwright down in North Carolina. We thought you would be good for the role of Miss Lily. And my first thought is, okay, because I'm gay, Miss Lily, I'm going to have to dress in drag, walk out, say a couple funny things, and then walk off. You know,
stereotypes.
Exactly. That was my first thought. And I was like, okay, well, David, I like David. And I said, sure, for you, I'll do whatever you need. Just send me the script. So he sends me the script, and page 1 is like, Miss Lily, Miss Lily, Miss Lily, Miss Lily. Page 2 is Miss Lily, Miss Lily, Miss Lily. I'm like, flip, oh my God, this is a leading role! And it is a full-length feature, it is a musical, and it is LGBT, and there's only 2 people in the movie, me and Robbie Wayne from Palm Springs.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so it's just the 2 of us in the entire movie.
And how did you manage to prep for a movie that you're like, basically in every scene, where you're like, okay, I gotta get my lines ready, I'm in every scene, I'm going to treat this like it's theater, because in theater, you have to know the whole script.
Well, yeah, when David had originally offered it to me, it was for a play. It was a staged reading. So it was for
Which I'm a little bit aware that he
theater,
was talking about
for theater.
Yes.
So I did the staged reading, and I was scared to death. I was pulling my hair out because the music was very sophisticated, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to learn all of this. But the night came, and it went off flawlessly, and the final scene is just so heart-wrenching, and the way we did it in the staged reading, and we got a standing ovation, and all of the straight married men came up to me afterwards. Several of them came up to me. Well, I would say probably all of them, because there wasn't that many
oh my God.
in attendance, but they all came up to me and said, you made me cry. So like Michael Penny, who wrote and composed and the lyricist and the accompaniment, he was there that night. And I told him, I said, you've really got something here.
So you started off doing like the stage reading, and then everybody already was sold out. It was like, okay, this can work.
Yeah. So then he took it out to Palm Springs, where Robbie Wayne and another man did a full production of it out there. Well, then about a year later, I get a message from Michael Penny, and he says, Tim, I got some good news for you. And I was like, I like good news. Tell me, what is it? And
good news is good.
Yeah, and he says, we're going to be making Junk into a movie, and I want you to star in it. And I was like, yeah, that's good news.
Congrats!
That's good news.
Yes! Well, guess what? We have a clip, so why don't we roll this so you guys can watch a clip of Junk. So let's watch.
There's a guy who just sells mammies. All he sells are mammies at the market. The place, I think, is just called Sammy's. Yeah, Sammy's House of Mammies at the market. Oh! Stained with memories of happier times.
I think I've seen enough black and white, uncut, and unshaven artifacts this afternoon to last me a lifetime. Finally, some recognizable life forms.
Pitch, please.
Wow, Tim. Those heels, did it hurt wearing those heels?
Honestly, believe it or not, I got so used to it because I wore them for 30 days straight. Because the entire movie occurs over one day, so I had two of the same outfit, but I only brought one of the shoes, so I had to wear those shoes every day. I got so used to them, I didn't even think about it anymore.
Did you keep any of the wardrobe?
I got it all.
You got it all? Oh my
I kept
God.
it all.
Is it in the Smithsonian? Well, I want to check out the movie musical, and I'm going to check it out on iTunes, and also so many things of Tim. Tim, can I also say that, before we move on to the next segment, but I want to say you are very talented, and I really enjoy watching you on stage. You just go on stage, and the way you perform is with grace, and just so at ease, and so amazing that I just enjoy watching you.
Thank you.
Whether it's an outreach performance or one of your shows, or even watching the trailer, it just shows like you're just an original.
Oh,
and
thank you very much.
We don't have a lot of that nowadays with a lot of actors. Like, you come from the essence of theater. I can tell you're a theater actor and come from that background that it just comes out so natural that if you have not seen none of his shows, you have to watch his cabaret shows, because it's like right now it's going around a couple of cities, the Cabaret Show. What is the Cabaret Show titled?
It's called Tym Moss, Alive, Fun, Fabulous, Flamboyant.
Yes! And it's already going to be
it's going to be in Palm Springs.
In May. And Junk, the movie musical.
And keep an eye out for Junk also, because we'll be coming to many different cities around the country, and probably internationally as well. By the end of the year.
Support, and buy the music, and also watch the movie. So, closing off, Tim, before we leave, can you tell everybody about where can they find you?
Sure.
Music, Junk the movie musical, cabaret, and also the independent project you're also working on.
Okay.
The UBC.
Okay. Best thing, I guess, is TymMoss.com, and I spell it TymMoss.com. But it's Tym Moss, TymMoss on all social media. Follow me Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. UBC TV, I think it's UBCTVnetwork.com, and you can sign up and subscribe, and I think it's free now. So now is a good time to sign up for it. It's just launching, it's just beginning, but it's a wonderful television network that's going to include all new, fresh, original entertainment that's never before been seen. So, yay!
And the Cabaret Show.
And my Cabaret Show is May 17 to 19 in Palm Springs at desertrosetheater.org.
Okay. And they can also catch your EP, which is Free Again.
Free Again
On
or Buy and
iTunes.
Obey, either on YouTube or iTunes. It's fine.
Yes. Tim, I want to say thank you so much, darling.
I love you.
I love you more, and we gotta still talk and see each other more.
Absolutely.
Even though we're gonna be at a lot of events.
And congratulations on Vega411.
Thank you.
Love this.
Thank you so
Love
much.
this.
Yes, Vega411. I'm so glad that you're in the show, Tim.
Thank you. I so
Thank you.
appreciate your asking.
Of
me. This is
course.
great.
I want to also let everybody know that make sure you support Tim on everything that he does on all the events. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also watch Vega411 on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Vega411. Follow me on Twitter at Vega411official and on Instagram. This is Vega411. This is Tym Moss, and we are signing adieu.